So this is a question that I see pretty often that I've never really addressed, and I get this probably like once a month or something, either on my Discord, in my comment section, on my stream. I get this a lot, and it is, when is the best time, or when can I use my PR ships? Like, what developer level can I use my PR ships? It depends on the ship, but I'll give you guys my take on it and how you should be using the ships. Or I'll give you guys how to use the ships, and I'll give you guys my take on it, right? So most ships, they are acceptable to use when they hit like PR 20, developer 20, or like 25. Most of the time like 20. The reason why is because at this range you have pretty much everything you need aside from like the last hit of like stats and whatnot, right? So in Neptune's case right here, developer 20 I believe is I think that's 5 stars, right? It's 5 stars. Yes, 5 stars. So at this point, you got your Siren Killer 2, you got some skill buffs right here, you got torpedo efficiency, and we go to 25, it's just stats. And then like main gun efficiency, which is like okay, but Neptune's a light cruise, so like kind of whatever. When you get to 20, you get the 5-star mark. That's usually when a lot of ships get like a good jump. Like, I guess Ibuki could be one of them. Let me go ahead and double check. Yeah, Buki's one of them. Because 25 for some, especially Vanguard ships, is just mainly stats, right? And stats are nice. Don't get me wrong; they are nice to have. But you want to have like the percentages, like torpedo efficiency or whatever. These are the most important things here. Or like a preload +1. These are important. Like stats are nice and all, but like having these are so much better. So having a developer 20 is a lot better than using it at like what, 10, 15. So you want to aim for 20 is what a lot of people say. Sometimes 25, it depends on the ship, but for the most part 20, 25 is okay. However, there are scenarios where you want to use a ship at developer 30. I know for one case Monarch is because of this right here, especially for battleships, is because of the main gun base +1. This makes it so they get an extra volley of the shells during their main gun shooting time. So having this is going to help out a lot. It's like nearly 50% damage increase, or roughly around there, because it shoots 2 times and then add another one. So it's like it's a roughly about a 50% increase. It's a lot. So you want to go for developer 30. And like ships like Georgia, they don't get that main gun +1 because they get it much earlier. I think a lot earlier. I know she has one right here. Is there another one, or just those two? Oh, I guess that's it. So she doesn't have the main gun +1 upgrade, but I think she still shoots plenty of times because she's still a beast bosser. So for Georgia's case, you don't have to go to 30. You can go to like 25 is pretty nice. You get the 5%. 20 guaranteed. Yeah, I think 20 is okay. I think 20 is okay here. So 20 is fine for Georgia, but like ships like FDG and Monarch, you really want to get them to developer 30 to get that +1 main gun. Now that being said, I'll give you guys my take on when to use the PR ship. Personally, for me, how I do my PR leveling is like this. I don't feed them all in until the ships are ready. This way I keep track of it because I'm in the process, like PR5 right now, I'm in the process of getting them all done roughly around the same time. So I pretty much dump them all like right at the end when I'm pretty much done, or I have enough prints for them. So that being said, do I still use my ships? Yes, I've dormed them. I use them for whatever. Like right now, I'm using if I can find from my ship, I'm using oh my god, where's she at? Like Plymouth right now. She's developer 1, and right now mine is like level 110, already ringed. I'm working on ringing her as a 200 oath right now. She's developer 1, and I am using her, and I'm using her in like World 12 right now. So it sucks, but it gets the job done, so I don't really care too much, especially because she's a Vanguard. I'm not expecting her to get MVP, and even if I do upgrade her to like developer 30 or whatever, she's still not going to be MVP because I have Perseus in my lineup. So I'm going to use our developer 1, and it works perfectly fine. Now, if I'm going to use it for bossing like metas or arbiters, no. But if I want to level her up, I can go ahead and use her at developer level 29, 20, 10, 1. It doesn't matter, because as long as she doesn't sync, then she's going to get affinity, she's going to get EXP, and that's all that matters. At the end of the day, if she doesn't sync, then I'm good. Now, obviously, there are better performing ships out there, don't get me wrong, but those ships that I'm talking about, for me personally, are maxed out already. So why would I go ahead and bring those ships to World 12 when they're already maxed out? So that being said, by the time my Plymouth is like 125, I'll probably be like 200, 250 prints in, halfway done to developer 30. And I still wouldn't care, because I'm not going to actually use them for like real content until they hit developer 30. My philosophy is I want them to be at their best, because if they aren't at their best, there are much more better ships out there that are fully made from gacha specifically that can perform the job that they're doing more or less. Like, for example, if we're talking Hakuryu right here, Hakuryu is a beast at developer 30. I think we all know that by now. She's an absolute monster at developer 30. But if she's developer 29, you're better off using like Enterprise or Arc Royal or something. Like, she doesn't pop off until she hits developer 30. So if you aren't at that stage yet, you're better off using other things. So my philosophy is, if they aren't maxed out, then I'm going to just level them up, but I'm not going to use them for real content. That's the thing. Now, if I'm leveling them up, I don't care if they're developer 29 or level 1, because at the end of the day, if they don't sync, I get my EXP, I'm good. So unless you're the kind of person who wants to use that PR ship for whatever content, then just go ahead and just use them, or toss all your prints in and then just use them. Otherwise, for me personally, I just level them up, get them to 120 or 125, rank them, do all that jazz, and then once they have enough prints, I'll dump them all in, and I'll use them for actual content like meta fights, arbiter fights, Operation Siren, Stronghold stuff. Pretty much all the quote-unquote end-game content is what I use them for. Otherwise, for like event farming, World 12 farming, stuff like that, they don't have to be developer 30 for that, or developer 20, 25. It doesn't matter, because that content is easy, so you don't have to stress it out too much. So that is my take on when to use PR, or when to use PR ships, what developer level. For the most part, a lot of ships in the game excels at like 20, 25, and they're good enough already. Obviously, some like Monarch and FDG needs developer 30 for the main gun +1. But for the most part, 20, 25 is okay. Otherwise, my take is going to be, use them whenever you guys want. It doesn't really matter unless you're doing actual content that's actually hard. Then you want to have them at their best, which is developer 30. So, hope you guys enjoyed the video. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next one.